Close your eyes and imagine a gentle evening, the kind that quietly settles over the world like a soft blanket. Outside, the day is winding down, and the light becomes golden, casting long shadows through the windows. The air is cool, but inside, there is a place of warmth and comfort. A place filled with gentle memories, gentle laughter, and the ever-present aroma of something delicious. Tonight, let us drift back to Grandma's kitchen, the heart of so many peaceful moments, where love is measured in spoonfuls, and every corner holds a story. You open the door and step inside, greeted by the hush of old linoleum under your feet and the subtle creak of ancient floorboards. The kitchen is not grand, but it is filled with treasures. A chipped mug with faded flowers, a wooden spoon worn smooth by decades of stirring, cookbooks marked by flour-dusted fingerprints, and a table covered with a cheerful cloth that has seen countless meals and conversations. The scent of cinnamon, vanilla, and rising bread mingles with the faint trace of fresh apples and brewed tea. This is a place where time slows down, where troubles soften at the edges, and where comfort is found in the simplest of things. Grandma stands by the stove, her silhouette gentle and familiar. Her hair is silver, gathered in a bun, and her hands move with quiet confidence, knowing exactly how to coax flavor and love into every dish. The kitchen glows with lamplight, and the window frames a world growing sleepy, the last rays of sun reflecting off the garden she tends with care. On the counter, dough rests beneath a faded towel, waiting to become the night's bread. A kettle hums, ready to fill the teapot for evening cups. You feel a sense of belonging here, a deep calm settling over your heart, a feeling that, for tonight, all is well. You remember evenings spent perched at the table, watching Grandma work her magic. She hums softly, a tune that is both familiar and mysterious, passed down through generations. The kitchen is her domain, and here, she weaves stories and memories as easily as she stirs a pot of soup. You see her hands, the same hands that comforted you when you were small, that tied your shoelaces, that brushed away tears, now moving with the rhythm of ritual. She sprinkles flour, kneads dough, slices apples with careful precision. Sometimes she pauses to offer you a taste, a spoonful of sweet jam, a sliver of warm bread, a sip of fragrant broth. Each bite is more than food, it is a blessing, a reminder that you are loved. The table is set, simple but inviting. There is always enough, always room for one more, and always a place for stories. You remember cups of tea poured with gentle hands, cookies arranged on a delicate plate, the soft clink of spoons against porcelain. Conversation drifts like the steam from the kettle, gentle, easy, and full of laughter. Grandma's stories are like lullabies, soothing and wise, filled with lessons learned from a life well lived. She tells you about her childhood, about picking berries in the summer sun, about dancing beneath lanterns at the town fair, about the way the world changed and yet, somehow, stayed the same. Her words wrap around you like a patchwork quilt, offering comfort and understanding. As the evening unfolds, the kitchen becomes a sanctuary from the world outside. The rain starts to patter softly against the window, creating a gentle rhythm that blends with the sounds of the kitchen. A spoon stirring, the oven's quiet hum, the ticking of the old clock on the wall. You feel safe here, cocooned in the warmth of tradition and the gentle presence of someone who loves you without question. The troubles of the day seem far away, softened by the embrace of the kitchen's glow. You think back to mornings spent in this same kitchen, waking to the smell of pancakes and the sound of birds outside the window. Grandma would greet you with a smile, her eyes crinkling with kindness, and set before you a breakfast fit for royalty: fluffy pancakes, sweet syrup, and a bowl of fresh berries. She would fuss over your plate, making sure you had enough, always encouraging you to take one more bite. The kitchen was a place where each day began with the promise of care, where every moment felt special and important. There were afternoons spent baking together, flour dusting the air and laughter spilling like sunshine. You remember rolling out dough for cookies, your hands clumsy but eager, Grandma's hands steady and patient. She would show you how to shape each treat, how to sprinkle just enough sugar, how to wait for the oven to work its magic. The kitchen would fill with the scent of baking, a promise of sweetness and joy. When the cookies were ready, you would sit together at the table, savoring each bite, the taste of homemade treats mingling with the happiness of shared time. Sometimes, Grandma would tell you about the recipes she learned from her own mother, and from her mother before that. She spoke of dishes cooked for celebrations, for comforting weary souls, for bringing people together. Each recipe was a piece of her history, a link to the past and a gift to the future. She would write them down on worn cards, her handwriting neat and careful, and tuck them into a tin where secrets and memories mingled. You knew that, someday, you would inherit these recipes, and with them, the stories and love that made them special. On quiet nights, you would sit by the window with Grandma, watching the world settle into darkness. She would pour tea, the steam curling like dreams, and offer you a slice of apple cake or a warm scone. The conversation would drift, gentle and slow, touching on hopes and worries, on the simple joys of life. Grandma's voice was soothing, her words thoughtful, and you felt understood in a way that was rare and precious. The kitchen became a place of healing, where troubles faded and hearts found comfort. Grandma's kitchen was a place where everyone was welcome. Neighbors would stop by, drawn by the promise of good company and something delicious. Friends would gather for afternoon coffee, sharing stories and laughter. Even the family cat found a favorite spot by the stove, content to bask in the warmth. The kitchen was alive with connection, with the gentle rhythm of life unfolding. Every meal was an offering, every conversation a chance to bring people closer. You remember holidays spent in this kitchen, the air filled with anticipation and excitement. Grandma would wake early, her hands busy with preparations. The table would be laden with dishes both familiar and new, roasts and pies, salads and cakes, each one crafted with care. The family would gather, voices mingling, stories shared, and laughter echoing. The kitchen would be bright with candlelight, the windows fogged with warmth, and the air filled with gratitude. These were moments that became part of you, woven into the fabric of your memory. There were difficult days, too, days when the world felt heavy and uncertain. On those days, Grandma's kitchen was a refuge. She would sense your worry, your sadness, and offer comfort in the form of a warm meal, a gentle touch, a quiet conversation. The kitchen became a safe haven, a place where healing began. Grandma's wisdom was gentle, her understanding deep, and her care unwavering. In her kitchen, you learned that love could mend what was broken, that kindness could soften sorrow, and that hope could be found in the simplest of moments. As you grow older, the memories of Grandma's kitchen remain vivid and comforting. You carry them with you, a source of strength and peace when the world grows noisy. You find yourself recreating her recipes, measuring flour and sugar, stirring soups and baking bread. Each dish is an echo of the past, a way to honor the love that shaped you. You invite friends and family to your own table, sharing stories and laughter, passing on the warmth that you received. The kitchen becomes a bridge between generations, a place where love endures. On quiet nights, you remember the gentle rituals of Grandma's kitchen, the afternoon tea, the evening bread, the way she would light a candle and offer a prayer for those she loved. You remember the comfort of her presence, the way her hands would rest lightly on yours, the sound of her laughter, the wisdom in her stories. These memories become a source of healing, a reminder that you are never truly alone. The warmth of Grandma's kitchen lives within you, a gentle light that guides you through the darkness. You think of the lessons learned in that kitchen: patience, kindness, gratitude. You learned that good things take time, that the best flavors are those that are allowed to develop slowly, that love is an ingredient that cannot be measured but is always felt. You learned the value of tradition, the importance of sharing, the joy of creating something with your hands. These lessons remain with you, shaping the way you move through the world, reminding you to find beauty in the ordinary and to cherish the moments spent with those you love. The kitchen itself is a character in your story, a silent witness to your life's unfolding. Its walls hold laughter and tears, its cupboards are filled with memories, its table is a gathering place for hearts seeking comfort. You remember the way the sunlight would dance on the countertop, the sound of rain against the window, the hush of evening settling in. The kitchen was a place of magic, of healing, of gentle inspiration. Sometimes, you dream of returning to Grandma's kitchen, of sitting once more at the table, of tasting her apple cake, of listening to her stories. You know that time moves on, that people grow older, that kitchens change. But in your heart, the warmth remains. You carry it with you, a gentle flame that never dies. You share it with others, passing on the gift of comfort, the blessing of home, the promise of love. In the quiet of night, as you drift toward sleep, you remember the peace found in Grandma's kitchen. You recall the gentle rhythms, the sound of a spoon stirring, the hum of the kettle, the soft patter of rain. You remember the feeling of being wrapped in love, of finding solace in simple things. The world outside may be uncertain, but here, in this memory, all is calm, all is gentle, all is well. Let your breathing slow, your thoughts soften, and your heart settle into the warmth of these memories. Imagine the kitchen's glow, the scent of bread rising, the sound of Grandma's gentle laughter. Feel the comfort of belonging, the healing of love, the peace of tradition. Know that you are cherished, that you are home. Tonight, as you listen to the quiet, let Grandma's kitchen be your sanctuary. Let the memories soothe you, let the warmth heal you, let the stories carry you gently into sleep. The troubles of the day will fade, replaced by the gentle comfort of nostalgia and love. You are safe, you are loved, you are home. May you rest in the warmth of Grandma's kitchen, and may your dreams be filled with peace, comfort, and gentle joy. Let the healing light of these memories guide you through the night, and bring you softly into morning. The warmth of Grandma's kitchen will always be with you, a gentle blessing, a tender embrace. Sleep well, dear listener, knowing that you carry the sweetness of these moments in your heart, now and always.